Hello, my name is Larry Michael. I'm with the Emil Rummel Agency. Thanks for playing this video today. Today's topic is about a fresh perspective on your auto insurance. A perspective we get by first looking at things you know and love: cars, people, and money. Without cars, people, and money, we don't even need insurance. So with these three things in mind, let's take a look at what this means for you on an average day. On an average day, things work out great. We live in the United States of America. We make plans to see people, eat out. Maybe we're chefs. We buy cars every once in a while. We spend time with our family. We plan. We plan for retirement. We plan for the next car. And things usually work out just great until they don't. Car accidents put big wrinkles in our lives. An auto accident can change your life in a huge way in an instant. Injuries, car bills, medical bills can be real tough to deal with. And it's at this point in time, one of the ugliest moments of your life, where you find out if your auto insurance is what you think it is. When we buy insurance, is part of the problem. We buy auto insurance as part of a bigger process in our lives, like we're buying a car, we're buying a home, or we're just planning for the year, we're making a budget. In these situations, we often view insurance as a necessary evil, and price becomes a primary factor in our decision making, and this is where the wheels can fall off, but we don't find out about it until it's too late. So the fresh perspective comes where we're thinking about cars, people, and money. And we already have insurance in this scenario. We already have it. We're cool. But we're thinking about our financial future. And we've agreed to invest time to learn how our auto policy protects our financial future. And we agree to sit down with our agent and have a nice conversation about the risks you face in driving a car and how the auto policy protects you from those risks. So I'll give you the top 4 risks. I'll make it easy for you. The first one is car repairs. They can be ugly, but it's the least of your concerns. What you should be thinking about is medical bills. Maybe you're injured. You've got procedures for the rest of your life. Treatments, medications, therapy, lost income. That's a threat to your future. Or let's say it's your fault. You were in an accident, you're at fault, and someone died. Or they lost a limb, or they can't work anymore. You could be sued for that. That's a threat to your future. Also, a threat to your future are what happens to you when somebody with no insurance creams you and injures you. Your lost income, your medical bills, you need protection from that also. So what's protecting you? A contract. A contract between you and the insurance company, where for some amount of money up front, they agree for a period of time, generally a year, to pick up your expenses that you incur from an auto accident. Now, how well this performs for you depends on choices you made when you bought your policy. Now, insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type of product. My insurance doesn't look like yours, and yours doesn't look like your neighbor's. Now, price is a part of this decision, but it's just a part. So, in Michigan, we live in a no-fault state, and our no-fault program has been getting a lot of press lately as being pricey. Well, the no-fault part of the way our insurance works in Michigan isn't the cause of our higher prices. The no-fault part of our regulations and how it's set up in Michigan is really nice. So in Michigan, I pick an insurance company that I like and trust. I pay my premiums, and if I'm hurt, I'm injured, my insurance company that I picked pays my bills. Nice. Now, I've had the experience myself 2 states over where I was at an intersection and someone ran into me. I was injured, my car was messed up. So suddenly, I'm relying on someone else's auto policy to pay my expenses. It was a hassle. There were a lot of phone calls, several letters. Eventually things worked out. So 15 years later, I'm in Michigan. Somebody creams my wife's car in a parking lot. I call the insurance company, I make a claim, take my car to the dealership. 4 days later, I get it back, good as new. I mean, I've had tougher times ordering a pizza. I mean, that's the beauty of NoFault. So people complain, NoFault this is bad, whatever. It's not. It's good. The part about NoFault, Michigan's NoFault program that costs all the money is the fact that we have unlimited medical. We have the best medical coverage. We have the best policy of any state in the country. And that costs money. And a lot of us don't need unlimited medical in a car crash, but the people who have needed it are really grateful they had it. Yes, it costs more money, but really, for the price of a 3-meat pizza a month, I have unlimited medical. I'll pay that every year. It's a super benefit to have. So what does NoFault unlimited medical really cost you? 2 line items on your declarations page on your policy. First is the personal injury protection, sometimes just called PIP. And then there's the MCCA fee, which I'll talk to you more about in a different video. But those are the 2 things that generate what you really pay for your unlimited medical. So what's next? Watch the next few videos. Learn about the mandatory coverages the state of Michigan says you have to have. And learn about the optional coverages that I think are also mandatory, but the state of Michigan says you can live without. I wouldn't if I were you. And then there's this concept of PLPD, the most untechnical term on the planet that could lead to really weird decisions. Let's learn about that too, and how you can be a better buyer of insurance by not using that term. And then finally, there'll be a video just dedicated to the NoFault reform, how it's different, and what decisions you'll have to make in the future that you're not having to make today. So thank you for watching. Watch the rest of the videos. You'll be glad you did. Thank you.